Hazel, welcome to Comfy Cozy Off. So today's video is all about books I want to read this summer. Now, I always try to read as much of the big books because once the Booker Prize long list get in the mix, I get sucked into that. But these are books that I feel I can read with the literary fiction that I will read it later, because I think I will tell you what they are in a minute. There's some family drama, there's romance in the mix, there is urban fiction, and of course family drama. Heavy with the family drama in this. And we're gonna start with big books. Now, I did December 5 big books I want to read in 2025, and of the 5 I only read 1, which was Covenant of Water. I've read other books that were lengthy, but they weren't on my list of 5, so I'm hoping to at least do 2 of them this summer. So I have until now, until what, the first 2 weeks in September. So wish me luck, and if you want to join in on these big books, let me know. So the 2 books that, let's start with the first one, is this one, the Lost Love Song of Boysie sang. Now this is the second book I've read from the author. This will be the second book, Ingrid Prasad. I am a fan of her work, but not so much just a work. She's Caribbean. I'm gonna read some Caribbean author. But what I would say about this got a lot of attention and the reviews are all good. What I've been told is it read fast. It might be a little chunky. I think it's like 500. Why is this book upside down? Upside down and backwards. Yay. Let me fix the, yeah, it's a 535 page. Yeah. So, yeah, well, 535 page. So I'm going to read this. Now, another reason why I'm intrigued, because one of the books I read for Caribbean, it was mentioned that the villain in that book is influenced by the character in this book, which is also happens to be a real character that is talked about in this book. So it made me just want to do a little bit of research, but then I'm like, you know what, let's read this, take on that said character, and then let's dig into more and learn about Boysie. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. The second book on my list is a classic. I am a Dickens girl. I'm a Dickens girl. So I've read 9 Dickens, and this will be number 10. And this is one that I was hoping to get to years ago and never got to it. I still have the sticky in there because apparently I made it to 101 page. Yeah, 101 page in here. And then I don't know what happened. So we're going to start over. And that is Dombey and Son. And this is what we get in very much a businessman, and he's, you know, all he cares about his son. He also has a daughter that's mother had passed and a second wife, and he's basically his own demise. That's what I'm getting from this. It is a chunky beast. This one is 900 something page. What we got? What is that? Oh, 957 page. So, and then the fonts tend to be small, so yeah. But I'm a Dickens. I'm ready for the shenanigan. I am ready for this one, and how this one panned out. So I'm gonna be reading this. So anybody that's interested in getting down with some Dickens, I'll let you know when I'm starting this. Definitely not starting it right away. This might end up being a August read. We don't know yet, but depends what the mood hits me, because I have so much to pick from this. The next book is a new release. It is also, I think, on Oprah's book club. Yeah, the big old stamp in the front, and that is from Wally Lamb. This is the River is Waiting. It's all about the water, and here I am picking up another book, water. Ask me if I started my swimming lesson. Absolutely not. Don't know why. I just haven't started my swimming lesson. I am hoping soon, but then I'm thinking I might just let it be a fall situation, because fall I don't have a lot of things going on, and it's easier to commit to not, you know, missing out a date in the summer. We don't know yet, but it's gonna happen this year. when it's a problem right now. So this is giving me a father who has an addiction issue and what cost him his freedom, I guess what I'm getting. And it's just heartbreaking story from a lot of people who so far has reviewed this. They all are very emotional about it. So I'm preparing myself for that. But I am going to read this. I'm actually excited to get into this very, very soon. And it's going to be read this summer. It would be good to, if... no, I'm not even going to say that. Alright, the next other physical book is a romance. And that is from Kennedy Ryan. So, this is the third book in her series. And it's the last book. And it is romance. And one thing about me and romance, I read them very quickly. I can fly through a romance very quickly. So, this is, it looks chunky, but it's romance. So, I'm going to go in this blind because I don't know much about this other character. She does show up in the other books, but I don't know what mess she's going to get into this. But I do like her story and how she writes romance and give it a real person kind of feel to it. So, we're going to get into this. Let's talk about the books that I do not have physical, but I do have ebook copy of all of them, except for one, which I'm going to get from the library. So we have Plus Size Player. This is Daniel Allen. Again, this is another one where I think this is a character that showed up in the Curvy Summer. I love Daniel Allen. She's one of those authors that I've been reading before she was even popular to that level now. And I've talked about her many times on this channel because she does write characters that I can relate to. Like, I feel like she writes me on her pages. So sometimes I just like, oh, I don't know what, wow, I don't know feel about this, because I'm like, oh, that's something I would do. Oh yeah, that's me. But it's just a connection I have with some authors where they write characters that I feel like is me they're writing about. And she's just it. So I'm excited for this one, and I'm excited for having a plus size character that is, you know, the main person in this. She is a what I'm getting is she's a serial dater, and there's one of her person happens to be not what she expected, and the connection is different. We'll see how that one goes. Again, romance, I'm probably gonna fly through this one. Literary fiction, there is Jamaica Road, and this is an author I am not familiar with, Lisa Smith. Don't know. This now doesn't come out till the 17th, but I had an arc for the last 3-4 months. I want to say I got the arc for this from back in February. So I need to read it. I will hope that I can get to it before the actual release date, but if it doesn't happen, it's still going to be read this summer. It is a family drama, and it has immigration theme in there, and it has a bit of matters of the heart, and that's what I'm getting from this storyline. And I am interested to see how their family secret is going to be a major issue, and it's also stemmed from the 80s. I am already into it once I heard it is the 80s, England, Jamaica. Yeah, my childhood. And then the book I want to get from the library is called 3 Days in June. I do not know anything about this author, Ann Tyler. I don't know, but what I'm getting is a woman done lost her job, her daughter's getting married, the in-law don't look like they really like her, the ex-husband showed up out of nowhere, there's chaos, there's drama, there's secrets, and we're gonna find out when I read this book. Now, why this book on my list? I was in the library, and it was last month at the end of May, and I was skimming through. I always look to see what they have new release, and it was there, and I read the synopsis, and I was like, ooh, this sounds like something I would like for the summer. It was just perfect. I knew I was not going to be able to read it in June, and wouldn't be able to get, you know, read the 2 weeks that they usually give you for new releases. So I wasn't going to just waste my time checking the book out when I wasn't going to read it yet. So I figured now I can request the book, or if it's already, if hopefully nobody took it out yet, but if they did, if it's still there, request it, and I'll probably read that first if it happens to be there at the library, which I'm going to go to the library today to find out. Then we have urban fiction. Now every year I gravitate to an author that I was like, yeah, Grey Huffington was my thing last year. I think I read 12 or 13, maybe more than that, books from that author. I was just binge reading that book. Fast paced, yes. And this is an author that new to me, Jaquel J. I don't know about the author, but this author is popping up everywhere. Like, I've seen so many of the urban fiction followers that love that kind of genre, and they're talking about it. And so far I haven't been stirred wrong, because that's how the Grey Huffington thing started. So I was like, I'm gonna go get to this. I went down the rabbit hole last night, guys. I opened, and first I asked someone, where should I start, and they just gave me the beginning. I like that the person decided to do that, because I like to see the growth of authors that is in this genre, because their writing style elevate every time. Like, they start a certain way where you're like, the writing is like okay, but then as you read, the storylines get real good. And you know, this is Staten Island. This is basically two family. You have the family of sisters, and you have the brothers, and then you have the people that's outside, but they all live in the same community. And there's dirty money, and then there's career, and then there's family secret. It is chaos, but my kind of chaos. I'm here for it. I kind of had to pause a little, because I said, let me finish some of the books that I want to finish this month. Let me get everything done before I even go. Because this, Jaquel, I think it's a boy, a man, a male, is already sucking me in. And I feel like this is going to be one of the authors that I could definitely see myself binge reading throughout the year. So, and I like that, because I don't know what the book is going to give me this year, and it might give me a lot of heavy books. So I like to sprinkle it with books like this in the midst of reading heavy literature. So I was here for it. So let me know if you've read anything from this author. I'm on board. And I kind of like dangerous men in urban fiction and romance. Give me some danger. So this is what I have so far. I don't know what else might catch my eyes, or what else I might want to read, but these are the books. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7, and then the author's book, all urban fiction, I'm sure it's gonna increase. But for now, these are the ones that I want to get through, and I plan on getting them done, reading them, and talking about them on this channel. Let me know what you've read so far, and you know, chime in. Let me know if you liked it, didn't like it, that kind of deal. You know, we all have different opinions of book, but I'm open to whatever opinions people have if they don't really care for a book. But that's okay. It makes it even juicier when I read it and I have to discuss it and see why people didn't like the book, or why I liked the book and the person didn't, or the other way around. Somebody really loved the book and I didn't. All that good stuff. So we're gonna end it here. Hopefully you guys have been catching up on my other videos, watching my live chat with Karen from Run Rights Read, when we did the discussion of the Curbathon group read. That was fun. And everything else, I have been sewing. My friend just came today to fit the dress. I just have to take in the front a little. The bottom fits her. She is loving it. She was just sewing. I like that vibe. I feel good about that. Other than that, I am just chilling and reading and chilling. All right, guys. See you in the next one. Let me know what you guys are reading for the summer, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.